Let me go to my data model again. And then this time, since it is geolocation as well as geolocation, both of them are given as same values. I'll try to change the names here. This one, instead of geolocation dataset, since it is connected to customers, I would say customer geolocation. The second one is connected to sellers. I would like to say that as sellers geolocation. So the name is given as CSV geolocation. I would say customers geolocation dataset. This is the one, customers, renamed. It's painting, and then customers geolocation dataset dot CSV. You can give any name, taking some time. And then this one, you can leave it as it is also, but we will make it as seller geolocation dataset. Now, if we go to the sheet, let us try to draw some graphs using this. This is Brazilian e-commerce data. Let us try to draw all the sellers on the graph, where all the sellers are and what is the sales that they are making. How much sales it is making. Every seller, how much sales they are making. We'll try to create a graph. In the seller data, the sales is information is not present. From sellers, we have to go back to the order payments. From there, we will get the information. But since we have anyway connected everything in the data model, we don't need to create those connections freshly now. All right. Now you have customer geolocation as well as seller geolocation. Let's go to seller geolocation. Right now, if you see this, latitude value has been captured accurately, but longitude value is not captured accurately. So what you can do is you can right click on this and change the role, geographic role. This is actually longitude value. Previously, it was written or it was read as a number. Now we are reading it as longitude, latitude value. What you need to do is double click on this, as well as this one, longitude and latitude values. This is longitude, this is latitude. And then we want to get the information from a different table, or let's take a seller ID. Where is our seller ID? This is seller geolocation. Let's go to our sellers data set. There you go. Since seller data set, seller geolocation, both of them are connected, so you can get the information from here. Seller ID, I want to put it on detail. Okay. Now here are all the sellers. Automatically Brazil has been read. Otherwise, if it is not read, then some error will be here. We will be able to change the location as well. But geolocation was read. And looks like there are 7 null values. You can filter the data so that null values will be anyway going. Okay. Then what we will do is these null values should not be there, but for some reason, maybe this geolocation was not read properly. That's why they're coming. So I have taken seller ID on the detail. Now what I want to do is I want to go to the payments table and then sum of all the payments. Okay. Payment value. That is what I want to take either on the color or the size. Let me put it on the color. Now payments table, seller geolocation table, all of them are connected to each other. That's why as soon as I keep the payments table, using those relations, we can see the graph is changing. Again, payment value, let me put it on the color as well. And usually the one that I like is the color maybe sunrise diverging. Like red means higher payment, higher sales. Blue means lower payment, lower sales. There you go. Higher payments, higher sales, higher sales, higher sales, like that. This is on Brazil. In fact, you can go to the map, you can change the background of the maps to look like a street view. This is the street view of a Brazil map, or you can go to the map, change the background view or dark mode. That is also good sometimes. depending on your color that you have picked. Okay, this color, if you are picking this color, if that is not matching, then you can take gold, purple, diverging, apply. Because background is dark, we can keep these colors as light. This is the seller's data, seller ID and all that. That's how you can create a geographic map. So we can call this as rename seller sales by each seller. Okay. Let's go to the next graph. Have you understood this, everyone? So pause the video here, try to recreate the same graph, same map. If there is any issue, try to freshly create everything, try to clear off the graph, okay? And then try to recreate everything. Then you'll be able to find it out. And this is the output that you should also see, okay? You can try different colors, the color that you feel that's the best representing, you can keep that, okay? So here for me, the red ones are the ones that I want to highlight. That's where the higher sales is happening. Okay, let's move to the next graph. There is one good property in Tableau that is called hierarchy. You can create hierarchies. For example, if you go to customers geolocation or any geolocation dataset, there's a hierarchy here. State, city, like city must be part of state, isn't it? State is part of country, or maybe within a city you have zip codes, isn't it? You can create a hierarchy. How do you create a hierarchy here? Okay, simply you click on this, or instead of geolocation, or here also you have city, you have state, you have zip code. So what you can do is you select city, state, zip code in the customers data set and right click on it. It's painting for me because the data set is large. Every time when we click, and we are working on Tableau public, we are every time connected to server. That's why it is kind of taking time. Otherwise, when you're working on Tableau desktop, it will be a little faster. Hierarchy, create hierarchy. What is a hierarchy? That means you will get a plus sign where you can drill down further. Once you create the analysis by state, you can drill it down by city, you can drill it down by zip code as well. So what we will call this hierarchy, you can give it a name as well. So geo location hierarchy, or just simply say geolocation underscore h. That should be fine. Then how can we use it? Again, we have to readjust this because the topmost one is state, below that is city, below that is zip code. It makes sense. Now we can, how can we use this? Okay, just double click on this, drag and drop here, and let us see if I want to see the number of customers by each city, each location and all that. Number of customers here, it is showing it as 27 unknown since it is taking it as a geolocation graph. As of now, we'll ignore that. If I want to see the number of customers by each location, okay, I'll simply say get that number of customers, and then first let me get number of customers only. Let's go back. Okay, delete this, delete this. Unnecessarily it is trying to get some other graph. How can you clear everything? Use this one. Clear this. Get the customers first. I'm getting all the customers. And then I'm trying to keep it as a count of all the customers. Then get the geolocation. Okay. Now that is what I'm trying to say. So let's rearrange this. You can use this to swap it. And then let's sort it. Now, what I'm trying to say is customer state. This is all by state. If you want to further segment it within a state, there are cities. You have this plus sign, right? Like the way you have year, quarter, month, they are in a hierarchy. Now you have a new hierarchy called customer state. Click on that. You can see by city. Within this state, these are all the cities. Within the second state, these are all the cities, like that. City, state. Within every state, you have cities. Now, if you want to further go ahead, then you can say zip code. If you want to go up, that is also possible. If you want to drill down, that is also possible. Drilling down, drilling up can be done if you have the hierarchies with you. That's the use of hierarchy. What are some of the examples of hierarchy? Something like product category, product subcategory, product division, or something like that, or customer state, city, zip code, or you have country, state, city. That is one type of hierarchy. The other hierarchy that we could see is year, quarter, month, day, hour. That is also another hierarchy. Okay. So that is the example of hierarchy. What we will do is, now that brings us to our first lab exercise. So here is what you need to do. Display a chart that shows the average price of each item by product category. You have product categories. I would like to see average price of each item by product category. First of all, you need to find out where is that price, which table it is located, where is that product category, which table. I am guessing that this must be present in products table, and average price, where is that located. So the final output should look like this. Have a look at these values and then try to find out where are those columns. And the next exercise is create a hierarchy for product category name and product ID. You have product category name, until under that you have to create product ID. See whether you can work with that hierarchy and you can use that to create a similar graph. That is your first lab exercise. Once you're done with it, we will move on to the next topic of discussion.